Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge, Heroes of the Vale, episode number 12.
Episode 12?
I know I had a moment of panic during the music. I'm like, wait, what are we on? No, it is 12.
All right. A dozen.
A dozen. A dirty dozen.
Oh, it's dirty?
Well, it's bloody.
Okay. Wait, this episode's going to be bloody? Are you telling us something?
I thought we just finished that part.
Well, it was a pretty rough time.
All right.
So welcome back, everybody. As always, not always the best prepared and not always scripted, but we are here and ready to play a game with some dice and people at a table, the classic way, the way it was meant to be.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Let's get some energy in here. Come
Woo,
on.
Yeah. Feeling it. Feeling it today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else feeling it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been filled.
Woo. It's been filled. It's already been done filled.
Done felt. All right. Well,
That reminds me of an inappropriate joke. Is this the forum for inappropriate jokes?
I mean, if it's too inappropriate, I can always cut it. So I think you should at this point say it because people are going to be like, you literally can't say, oh, I know this joke and then not say it.
Or if you don't like inappropriate jokes, just earmuffs. Anybody out there listening.
Mm-hmm. So Mary's mom gave her 50 cents to go to the store to buy felt, but Mary just laughed and laughed because she knows she could just go and get felt for free.
Wow. That was a thing you just said.
Okay, sorry.
I don't even.
I think you should add some kind of laugh track in there afterwards.
Or we can just cut that. That's fine too. I don't know. That was junior high humor.
Yeah, that was a.
All right, sorry.
Ooh.
You can redeem yourself by telling everybody what we did last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just
myself.
Instead of any sort of, I think we may try to record a talk show today. So let's just get in and like play some game.
All right.
And
so,
it sounds like you've got it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. So last time the big question started out: what do we do with a captured kobold? Well, it turns out rather than torturing it, we make a friend of it. So we befriended the kobold Girdlekeep and decided that we were going to help Girdlekeep and his kobold tribe take possession of this abandoned keep. But to do so, we were going to have to defeat the large wolf. We thought we had already taken care of all the wolves, but apparently Girdlekeep disabused us of that notion and let us know that that's where the rest of the mushrooms that we needed were. So we made our way to the wolf's lair, and I don't remember the name of the wolf.
Gray Pelt.
Oh, Gray Pelt. Very threatening, I guess. And there was a huge battle. It was very, very scary. Not for me. I kind of stayed out of the fray, but the rest of the people kind of got beat up. And there was a big pile of people where, they were like really getting tripped and beaten up. And I thought we were going to lose a bunch of people. And, it was kind of touch and go for a while. But then we got the best of them. My crow came. I didn't get it blinded, but lots of bad things happened to this wolf. And then Tommy came out of nowhere not from nowhere. He was on the ground and like cold cocked the wolf, knocked him out with Mama, and we defeated Gray Pelt.
That's what I remember.
All right, brilliant. Very complete narrative summary of the experience.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was really a team effort. It was really a team effort.
It was.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Then we're just going to pick up right there Trunk and Tommy still laying on the ground in a tangled mess. Tommy's hand outstretched, his gray pelt has fallen on the ground, breathing heavily, little flecks of blood, coming off out of its mouth, and it's still alive, but in, pretty bad shape.
So Zinnia is confused by the fact that this wolf talked to us, in common, right?
Well, Zinnia could make, and actually anybody could make, a knowledge arcana check.
Well, that is what I'm going to do. Oh, nope.
No?
Very flummoxed by the entire encounter, apparently, because
What are you wondering, Zinnia?
Why?
Why was it talking, right?
Yeah, why is this wolf talking?
It's a bit unusual, I think. At 13, I don't know. I don't know much about talking wolves.
I got a 12, so.
Oh.
Oh, wow, we're not doing great.
Okay. Trunk, did you want to weigh in on the talking wolf situation?
Trunk lives amongst fairies. This seems normal enough.
Well, Tommy, do you want to finish this guy off? I mean, he needs to be, dead. Maybe you can have his pelt.
But why is he talking?
Do you want me to bring him? We can bring him back to life and ask him why he's
Well,
talking.
he's not dead.
Right? Well,
He's not dead yet.
you want me to slap him in the face? Wake up, wolf.
Well, maybe we should, bind him?
Oh. When you say we, exactly.
Well, I'm not really going to be proficient at that at this point. I don't.
I could do that.
Well, didn't we found that silk rope?
That's right. Yeah. So Tommy will scrape himself off the floor and tie the wolf up. I would assume like pig tie the wolf so it can't get away.
Okay. I do have a quick question. With you did lethal damage when you knocked it out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I do need to make just a couple quick checks here.
Sure.
All right. Okay.
My damage was non-lethal. That was the cold one.
Ah, okay. Got it. All right. Thank you. So you're going to pig tie the wolf, and you know what? Actually, I was double checking. What were your rolls? You had your Arcana?
I got a 10.
10, and Bramble had a 12.
Yes.
I got a 13.
You had a 13. And I apologize. 13 is actually enough to know it.
Oh, wait a minute. I remember something.
Well, that's I was like, well, I think that's actually, I had to go look up the CR of the creature because anyway, you do. It occurs to you do have an idea. So while Tommy's trussing it up, you look at it again and you're like, oh, that's probably a warg.
That's definitely a warg.
Oh.
And they talk. They're not like a wolf. They're a warg, which is a little bit more of a sentient, not, no offense, Corda, but, is a little bit more powerful. And it's I don't even know how to explain it. It's it's definitely a beast. It's more of a...
It is smarter.
It is, yeah. It's a bit smarter than the standard wolf.
Yeah, they're basically, they're magical creatures.
Corda, yeah.
They are very intelligent. Intelligent for an animal. Like it's not, they're smart enough to talk.
I was trying to avoid saying that in front of Corda, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically they're about as intelligent as a familiar.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but they tend to be disposed to, cruelty.
Oh.
They're known to kind of associate with goblins and other folk that might get up to no good.
Goblins like to ride them.
Yeah, they'll sometimes make pacts with goblin tribes, and so goblins have been known to use them as mounts in exchange, for fealty or food or whatever else they can get out of the bargain. But they are, larger than your typical wolf. They about 3 feet at the shoulder, weigh like 300 pounds.
Oh.
So, they're big, they're brutish, and yeah, they're known for cruelty. They, in particular, cunning. They tend to coordinate with other wolves. And
So now what do we do with it?
You can
People
need
just told me to
information
tie
on
it up, so
Yeah, you wanted to talk to it.
Well, no,
Or
that's
you know
because
why.
that's before I knew what it was. Now, because I thought, well, maybe it's been a human that's been shapeshifted
Would-
against its will. But
would
now that I
we-
know it's just this cruel big creature, now what am I supposed to do with it? Now I think we should probably just kill it. But now I feel like now it's our captive, and
Yeah, you got a lot of questions there.
I mean, if we really want to align ourselves with our little lizard friend back there, just hand them over.
Would we know, is this normally a pack? You said they like to build packs, and this one was by itself, or was the other wolves its pack?
You would presume the other wolves are its pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it normal for standard wolves to follow a warg as an alpha?
Wow.
But I mean, he was obviously in charge. They looked. I mean, was that a fear-based pack, or just out of respect, out of fear, or actual, love?
Um,
I know this is a deep animal question, but I was wondering if there would be other round. Would this warg give us any information about possible stuff around here that's going on? If it has the intelligence of,
yeah, but we were just told that it's like it's a cunning and a trickster, and we can't trust it.
yes, so that is true. So to speak to the pack question, clearly it's not based on what you found so far, working with goblins or anything at this point. And it's not allied with the troglodytes.
Okay.
Or sorry, I was thinking troglodytes. The kobold.
Kobold.
no, we would have killed the troglodytes.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's probably just here. It made this place its home, and it acquired some wolves, and it was living, a wolf life here.
Maybe we're just overthinking it, and it needs to die now. So after he ties it up, say, "No, go ahead, Tommy. You can just go kill it."
I mean, at this point, we've been talking long enough. Trunk will just look and assume that it's probably bled out.
You do check it, and it is still breathing heavily. It seems to have stabilized on its own. It must be particularly healthy.
I'd watch out there.
I'm no one's murderer.
No one's murder.
I'll look around for the mushrooms
Sure.
and any other long forgotten chests of treasure in this room.
Okay, so while you guys have to deliberate the moral quandary now, let me go ahead and do a little revelation of the room, and let me just do this here. You'll see a room up here. So let me just give you the quick, because you guys didn't even really get to come in here so much.
No.
So yeah, this is the northwest corner of the monastery. So while there are some holes in the roof that allow faint light to enter this ruined chamber, there's a large stone column that once supported the ceiling has toppled and broken into pieces. A thick patch of the black mushrooms grow in the corner, giving the room an earthy scent. And there is, you can see where Grey Pelt was. What is the word? I always want to say nesting, but I don't really feel like that's the right word because it's not a nest. Like where you make your den.
Yeah,
And
dog's nest.
is that what you would call it? Nesting?
Yeah, like a dachshunal nest.
I'm sure that Grey Pelt got up, turned around a couple of times, got back down after.
Then got
was
back
uncomfortable.
up and then turned and waited until everybody was awake, and then he would get back down and sleep. That's the way it works.
Or like when they do the,
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a pile of stuff over there that he's clearly been doing that in, and you do see some shiny bits and some scattered coins, and there's a sword. But yes, most importantly, there's a lot of these mushrooms, and a quick assessment from anybody that's been following the story, so this will complete the required amount you need for the cure.
Bramble, are these the mushrooms you found in the other room too?
Yes, they are.
Nice. Right, I'll start gathering up some mushrooms.
I've got an idea about Grey Pelt. What was the cobalt that we? Pardon?
Girdle to keep.
Girdle Keep. I'm going to go see if I can go grab Girdle Keep,
Okay.
where we saw him.
Well, okay. Well, while he's grabbing Girdle Keep, I'm going to just kill the wolf.
Oh, see, I was going to go let Girdle Keep do it
No, I'm
and
just going to kill
ascend
it.
the ranks so we would have,
No,
a kobold army.
I'm just going to kill it.
How?
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I am probably going to just acid splash it repeatedly.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's horrific.
Yeah. I was gonna let Kodra. She still has a
Oh, you could do that too.
no. I mean
but
acid maw, so it could just don't get any acid on Kodra.
no. I can be
Yeah,
precise.
you go ahead and we'll
While we were doing these things, I did, yes.
Okay.
I'd come to the conclusion that no, this creature must die.
I will go tell Girdle Keep the job's been done.
Okay. Well, you go find Girdle Keep. Zinnia is going to do horrible things
I'll
to the wolf.
I'll do the dirty work.
Tommy's fussing about finding some loot
Dirty
and
work.
mushrooms. I assume Bramble, maybe you'll help gather the mushrooms.
I actually want to go look at the shinies in the nest.
Okay. And then Trunk, what did you want to do while this is all happening?
He'll just kind of walk away from the long debate about how to kill the unconscious creature, and I will help Bromlin search the Dromlin, the word for a wolf's nest of bones.
Dromlin?
Dromlin,
How do you spell that?
Dromlyn.
Dromlin.
Okay.
Dromlin.
I don't know that I've ever heard that word, and I love it. So there we go. Your nature fact for the day.
I am suddenly become obsessed with the idea of Zinnia becoming like advertising for wet work.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Like a clean,
Like a what?
like a cleaner, like you just gonna kill.
Yeah.
Zinnia the assassin.
Yeah.
She's going to dual class from wizard to assassin.
Oh,
and-
I mean, Zinnia. I mean,
What?
this is not how you assassinate. No, you got to do it when it's like conscious.
Who says?
Well, a rogue, I guess.
It seems really efficient to do it while they're out. I mean, like, then they can't fight back. Doesn't that make sense?
Trunk is just going to sing a song in his head, trying to remind himself that
It
he's
can,
traveling with
but-
people who are healing people, not out here to just kill a bunch of things for no reason.
I think you need.
It's not for no reason. These
Sure.
are the bad things. I'm going to
I'm
just help
singing
them.
to myself in my head,
So,
not
like-
audibly.
Are you gonna do an outfit change, or are we gonna see like some? I've never seen like a studded leather clad fairy, but
I'll get a spell for that.
yeah, that would
Wow.
be cool.
You know, this is not the direction I imagined for the forest fairy.
The fairy in
So,
the shadows.
okay. So we'll quickly summarize what's happened here. So
Okay.
the wolf dies. We'll just kind of take care of that off
Yep.
screen.
The smell of
for
acid
you.
in
Week of
pelt.
week of constitution. Darun goes and you find the room that had Girdle Keep in. It is empty.
Well, I know that there was a little hole down there that they
Yeah.
were trying to. I'm just going to holler down the hole. The wolf is dead. You're welcome. Just remember this. If we were to ever need your help, we would appreciate it. Bye now. And then
Okay.
get up and go back.
Beautiful. So Bramble and Tommy. So Tommy, you're collecting the mushrooms. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay.
And after that, I would take a look at the Dromlin. Dromlin?
Dromlin.
All right. And then Bramble, you find a variety of things.
Ooh.
So there is a light crossbow. There's a potion, a wand, and there's a bag of coins, some of the coins of which have kind of scattered about that you'll have to kind of collect. So you will need to identify the properties of the potion and the wand,
All right.
or show other people. And then Trunk, you continue to sing to yourself pleasantly until things settle down and the wolf is no longer breathing. Darun will come back and report possibly on his findings. And then also, I should probably point out in this room, there's a lot going on in this room. So in addition to everything that I mentioned, you probably noticed on the map there is what looks like a large barricade. That was probably shouldn't have buried that one. In the southwest corner of the room, you can see a heavy barricade has been erected, comprised of scraps and furniture and wood, clearly gathered from around the monastery, and a somewhat haphazard pile, all pressed against what you can see behind is another large iron-bound wooden door. So it would make getting to that door difficult. So let's start with the treasure, unless you guys have a different thought on that.
Nope.
Okay. Did somebody want to do some sort of identification on the potion and the wand?
I can. Or
Sure.
I
It's a
will hand them
spellcraft,
over.
not that great for a spellcraft. It's a 13.
That should be enough for the potion. That is a potion of bull's strength.
Ah, okay. This makes people stronger, like a bull. This is probably for you, Zinnia.
Oh, no. we could
I'm
both-
joking.
Okay.
I'll give it to Tommy.
I'll take it.
All right. Zinnia, are you looking at the wand?
Sure.
Make sure you take this. Don't take this on an empty stomach.
Okay.
That is a 22.
Nice. It is a wand of light, and it has 28 charges.
Raise your hand if you have the light spell.
So a 3 of the 5.
I think he's got light too.
Trunk.
I'm singing in my head.
Trunk is just totally
Tommy's
checked
the
out.
only one who doesn't have light spell. So Tommy, do you want this?
Oh, well, but Tommy probably can't use it.
Oh, that's right. Use magic device.
No, you can keep the stick.
Thanks. Either of you want it, or
No.
we could maybe get some value for it.
Yes.
Okay,
You could.
I think we should do that.
Okay.
All right.
And then there some assessment on the crossbow. It is a masterwork light crossbow, so it's very fine. It is medium-sized. And if you spend any amount of time assessing the coins, I'm just going to give you the total and assume that you probably count it later tonight around the campfire. But there are 354 silver pieces in the bag. So it's a nice little sum of cash. So you have some loot, you've vanquished a foe, and you have the last of the cure that you need. And what do you want to do next? You know that you've not explored every last recess of this place.
What's behind all these sticks and tables and whatnot?
Does it, and if I'm correct, or let me just clarify, it looks like the barricade was set from this side.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's clearly
not,
blocking that door from being opened.
yeah. Well, I mean, just me speaking, we've got what we need. We should probably just go. I'm worried about Bree.
Time is of the essence. That's true. But there could be something really cool back here.
Or there could be something that someone didn't want to get into this room.
That's true. That's a good point there.
And
Unless he was trying to just hide it so people wouldn't, no one else would find it. Like he was hiding his treasure.
I mean,
Or we could just spend all day talking about
Well,
that.
I mean, we're available for input here.
I would
I'll
not
just tear the
mind.
barricade down. I like destroying things.
Or that.
That works, yes.
Preamble.
Trunk's going to trunk.
Trunk might be a little impatient, but good on you, Trunk.
Little bit.
Bully for you.
Okay, well, you may find it oddly satisfying to tear down the barricade. It does probably take you a good 5 minutes of work, but it does come down. And the more you tear down, the more you can see the door. I'm assuming that you just either making a pile elsewhere in the room.
Yep.
I'm just going to move that over there. And then you can see there's the door behind it. And the door is, I said, it's a large iron-bound door. It has some symbols on it that You know what? I realized I don't. They look like circles with sort of a flame symbol inside. So it's very simply like etched in. They're not like elaborately painted or anything.
Could I cast read magic? They look like they're possibly a inscription, or some kind of ward.
Sure.
It's just so you need a spellcraft. That's a circle, and I think that's a flame.
Almost positive that's a door.
I mean, on the door, you don't see that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I can't get more wower than that roll.
So they're not magical.
I knew that. I mean,
So give me a. Let's see. We'll make a knowledge religion, actually.
oh, I could do that. This one needs to go sit down again. I don't have religion, so I'm a druid, not a cleric. It'd be a 2.
Did you say 2?
Well, yeah, because I have to take a -5 because I really don't have,
Oh. Okay. Well, if you
close around there.
you can
2,
point the
3.
symbols out to other people in the room and say you have no idea what they mean.
Okay, well, I would. Can I take a look at them?
You go for it, please do.
I see some circles
There's a lot of just acid. Is this wolf pelt really just
I,
irritating
and
my
some
eyes?
flames, and thinking back in the deep recesses of my vast fairy knowledge, I have something like
There
a
it is.
17.
I
Oh.
rolled a 21. So.
Oh, even more fairy knowledge.
Did Bramble just go move?
So
Butts me with the horns.
Yes, yeah.
Zinnia, yeah, you were looking at it, and there's something familiar. Like you feel like you've seen this symbol, probably when you were studying, with the wizard. And then Bramble kind of comes up next to you and looks over your shoulder and says, "Oh, that's like the symbol of Zakad."
That is the symbol of Zakad.
Tell us about Zakad.
Mm.
So Zakad is one considered by some to be a lesser deity, or at least an elemental force. The believed. Some people worship Zakad, although it's largely kind of frowned upon. It's Zakad's like this either elemental being that lives like in the sun. It's like some people see him like as the god of flame, some see him as like the god of magic. But there's also this belief that worshippers of Zakad kind of walk a darker path. There's a lot involved with that worship, and it's definitely not widespread. Like worshippers of Zakad kind of are almost like cult-like. So
I
it
see.
is not a mainstream religion, and Zakad is not one of the Pentacle. So people who believe in the Pentacle and the 5 gods don't consider Zakad like worthy of being considered a god. So there's some mixed opinions on it, and the fact that the symbol is here, you're starting to think that this monastery, though dwarven, was probably dedicated to Zakad, and this might have been some sort of isolated sect that broke off and was worshiping, out here in this remote region. And who knows what else they were getting up to.
Oh, well, that sounds, I don't know what word to use. Creepy? Interesting?
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a real religion anyway, so I don't even think it's real as God is. I mean, praise be Tobris. So can we open the door then? Or is that flame telling us no?
So you don't detect, or if anybody did cast detect magic, you don't detect any magic. There is a large lock in the door, and it is firmly secured. So you'll need to find a way to bypass the lock, or maybe break the door down. It does look really sturdy, though.
So I don't know if anybody remembers. I did find these thieves' tools
Yes.
in that bag in the courtyard.
I can try to take a look at the lock.
Did you want to use these thieves' tools?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to hand the thieves' tools to Bramble, who will take a look at the lock. And while that is going on, I mean, is everybody going to just kind of like
I would like to
wait here?
mention
Or
there's a door back here that we have not checked.
That is accurate. There's one unopened door in this complex, other than this one that you've not looked at. And you probably, I don't know if you've thoroughly studied like every little detail of this place, but so yeah, back in the hall, yeah, there's a door that was adjacent to the one that led to the wolf's den.
Oh, Zinnia's just going to stay here with Bramble.
Come on, Corda, let's go.
All right, so Daroon and Corda are going to just step out into the hall. You're not very far away, and Bramble's going to start working on that. Trunk, what are you going to do while they're doing this?
I will quick look at myself and Tommy, the cuddle team, and see how our injuries are looking. Are you still
Oh, that is a good point.
bleeding and terrible?
That is correct.
Okay. I'll give you a quick touch, and that'll be 12 hit points back.
Excellent. Thank you.
And now I'm out of spells, so I'm good on myself. I don't know. The Trunk's ever been out of spells before. He tries to cast again. He's like, what?
They run out?
Empty.
Okay, so Daroon, you go out into the hall and you check this other door. It is a much simpler door. It looks like the ones that are, through the rest of this place, but it also looks solid and unopened.
Corda, do you smell anything underneath the door? Do you smell anything, girl?
Corda can sniff, make a perception roll, and we'll just tell you no.
Okay.
She doesn't smell anything. However, that door is also locked.
Didn't I find keys? I'm trying to remember.
Does anybody have keys to this place? I'll holler out loud.
I don't remember keys.
Okay. I might be confusing two different games.
Yeah, that can happen. All right, Bramble, you're gonna try to open this up now. Just go ahead and give me a disabled device check. It's the first one of these of the game, I think. And that was a sad face you just made.
It is 14, so not awful, but not great.
Okay.
Can I help? Can I help? Can I help? Can I help? Can I help?
I mean, there's no way to aid on this particular disabled device. I mean, unless you had some, which I know you don't, but if you had a magical way or means or a way to augment skill.
I can look.
Bramble, what is your disabled device skill?
+4.
Okay.
So I rolled a 10.
And are you looking at your leveled up character?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And that's your new total?
Yep.
Okay, so you could take 20 on it, which basically means you spend the longest amount of time to try to open it, and then by doing so, by taking 20, if there were traps or anything, they would automatically be set off. But instead of just having you roll and roll and roll, it's just assumed that you roll 20 times and then you finally get a 20. That's just a mechanism. If you do that, though, it takes a few minutes. So did you want to try that, or do you want to just try to get a sense of what everybody's doing? So Zinni is watching you. Daroon, you go and check the door. It's locked. Tommy's getting healed up over there.
Do you need help with another door?
It's locked. Do you have a key?
Just the same one I always bring with me.
You could open that.
I'll
or you
go
could
ahead.
help me, I could use some help.
Okay. So, Bramble, you're going to take 20.
Yes.
And while you're doing that, Trunk is going to go into the hall and attempt to shoulder check the...
Yes, I will use disabled device, also known as strength check.
Strength check.
10 for my first go around.
Okay. That is insufficient. So you could try again.
Could I give him some encouragement? Cast guidance on you?
That does what?
A +1.
11. So literally a +1.
and so you start shouldering and you're realizing it's pretty solid. Now, Tommy, this is actually something you could aid if you wanted to.
I will aid.
Something that I can't aid, or am I not strong enough?
Oh, so sorry.
I said I can use help.
Oh, you're just a little guy.
I've got a
Doesn't
13
mean he's
strength.
not. Yeah, he still could be strong. You can be small and mighty.
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Okay, you know what? That's fair. So Tommy comes around the corner to assess, and so two people.
You go, Tommy. I'm
Oh,
tired.
now I feel sad. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I've slighted the dwarf and all dwarves alike.
I mean, we could pick up the dwarf and use him as battering ram.
If you
I
like
did
that.
not help. I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Can we just see if I can help? I probably will roll
Give
worse.
the dwarf a chance.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
A 2, a 3, 3.
So this episode is going to be us just rolling really poorly.
Can we take the 20 on this one?
You actually can.
That time around, with both of their help, I did just roll better, and that's a 23 this time.
With our help.
We're like all three of us.
We use up
are
all the
just
bad
doing-
rolls over here, the energy. Is that
That
what we
was
did?
the help.
It's the moral support sometimes,
Yeah,
you know? You just got your team with you, and you're like, oh, I can do this now.
We loosened it up, I feel. We loosened it up a bit.
I didn't.
The shoulders a bit
you're
bruised.
feeling a little rough.
Flipped and headbutted.
All right, well, Trunk, that is enough. So whether or not they helped or loosened it, you guys make a ruckus in the hall, and there is a splinter as the door opens up, and I will reveal that room.
We really need a rogue. Or someone who can open up these doors.
All right, so Bramble, they're able to do this while you're sitting there working on the lock. I'm not forgetting you, and Zinni is doing her best to encourage you. So you reveal the room. It's a 15 by 15 room behind, and it's a cobweb. You see old cobweb covered racks and armor stands dominating the small chamber. You would assume it looks like maybe an old armory, although it is mostly empty.
Mostly.
I see
Mostly.
cobwebs, though.
You do see cobwebs.
I will pick myself up off the ground and go, oh, this one's empty, and then I will leave the spider-ridden chamber.
I'll just for funsies cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You detect magic.
Mm.
That seems to be emanating.
Don't tell the troll.
I do not need to know anything about magical spiders.
Okay. What seems to be glowing in this room?
There's something underneath the rack on the north wall.
I will carefully approach the rack.
Yeah, and I did say mostly. There are three very old looking spears.
Ooh.
They look like they might be brittle, but you can kind of assess them.
Sure.
And there is a very tarnished looking longsword in here.
Oh. Okay.
But you look under the rack, and yeah, there are some crossbow bolts.
Oh.
There are 4 of them, and they're very fine looking, and they are glowing.
I will grab them from the floor, and I will. Did I know what she found over there, or I was not even paying attention? I do have a crossbow myself, but I will pocket them.
Oh yeah, you mean you know that there was
What they-
there was a crossbow in there.
Sure.
Nobody said they wanted it.
Right.
So as of now, as far as I
It
know,
was not
it's-
magic.
It was masterwork though.
Oh, masterwork.
Yeah. So it is still sitting on the
Okay.
ground until somebody tells me otherwise.
True.
So that is what you find under there with your detect magic.
I found some fancy crossbows. They're
Nice.
magic, yeah. But that's it. Yeah.
Unless you search around.
I can. This is what intrigues me from a building aspect. I see the room over here, and I see my room, and I'm calculating the distance. And there seems to be space in between.
Yeah, and you could make a knowledge engineering or something like that.
I can
too.
do that.
All right. While you're doing that, Bramble, you feel like you have now exhausted the limits of your ability, and you've determined you are not able to pick this lock to your great disappointment. It is beyond your skill.
I got 14.
So with that engineering, yeah, you can kind of walk around, and it is not difficult to conclude that there is a section of this compound that does not seem to have a door.
Tommy, this seems to be. You see that door? And you see that door. And if you look in this room, and if you look in that room, there's yeah. I think there's something back here. Perhaps I'm going to go back into this weapon room here, the armory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check for any kind of draft or like a door that might attach.
All right,
that might be hidden.
Yeah, I will also aid in that search.
Okay. Then everyone give me both of you make your perception rolls. So Trunk, you had gone back out into the hall, but you probably overheard them conversing about hidden spaces, and now they are searching that room. What did you want to do while that is happening?
I suppose I can look along the length of the wall where spiders don't live.
Okay. And also search?
Where spiders dare. 15 for me.
I got 23.
Oh, very
That's one
nice.
thing I do well is perceive.
Well, and you think that because Tommy, you aided him.
Oh, thank you.
You give him a +2.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Which is actually what you needed to see that.
Look at that, a 25 on a secret door.
You do find it's not a draft, but a very cleverly concealed secret door, and a hidden latch that you could use to open it.
I will
open
the secret latch.
All right. So while you're opening the latch, Bramble and Zinnia, and Trunk, if you do want to go ahead and make. So you were searching that hall there.
I mean, once I hear them celebrating, I'll stop looking at the wall.
Okay, that's fair. You did not find anything in the hall, including no more cobwebs. So, Bramble, what did you what did you want to do, and what did Zinnia want to do?
I suppose I will go back to the rest of the group and aid them until they are done, and then ask them if they can come try to break down the other door.
Okay, so Daroon, where are you at, Daroon?
That would be probably over in the next room over here against this wall.
All right, yeah, you're actually going to be here in the corner.
Okay.
And then
Corda is with
me. And then
because she follows
Corda's
me.
with you, and Tommy's with you.
I'd say
and
Corda's sniffing around.
Trunk, you're over here.
It's weird that he wants exact positions.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
sure
was
it's just no
thinking.
coincidence at all. When I DM, I never need to know where people are when it comes to certain initiative roles.
Yeah. I mean,
But that's just me.
All right. You press the latch as your friends are coming around, and a section of the wall, you hear some grinding and some chains inside the wall, and a section of the wall slides forward and then slides to the right, revealing a room beyond.
You gotta love dwarven building. Just look at this. Look at the way they built this.
yeah, it's great.
Beautiful.
All right. And as you peer into the gloom, you see you see a narrow hall with what look like iron barred doors. It's lined like 4 iron barred doors lined to the right. There's a very small desk kind of about halfway down on the left. But most importantly, in this unlit chamber, you see a pair of glinting eyes, almost seem to be fiery, that slowly look up, and you hear something stand up and the clink of armor. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast. I'm going to cast Fire Belly on myself.
Oh,
Must have been. Should have taken those Tums. My stomach.
So did you just cast indigestion?
Yes, it is.
what is fire belly?
Fire Belly
What is
allows
fire?
me to breathe fire, and I'm resistant to fire. So I am going to cast it on myself and prepare to. I'll say to Tommy if I can. I think we've got some trouble. I see some glowing eyes, and in my experience, that's not good. There's something over there. So yeah, I'm going to. So I get a resistance 5 on fire, and then instead of action, I can breathe 15-foot cone of flame.
Okay. Well, your instincts prove true, as a dwarven-sized figure strides forward in armor, holding a shield and a longsword,
Mm-hmm.
and just basically walks up to you to do you harm.
Mm.
And you see the eyes glow as it covers the distance quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and then it attempts to insert the sword into your body.
Okay.
I mean, if I saw it coming, wouldn't I get to attack?
Well, no, this is why you cast your spell. So basically, I give you the initial round.
Yep.
You cast your spell,
Mhm.
and then it comes walking up as everybody's responding to your
Sure.
your warning, and then it's going to stab you.
Let's try that.
Yeah. All right. So it seems to actually know how to use that sword,
Mm.
and that is going to be a 23 to hit you.
Yeah, if that doesn't hit me, I've definitely leveled up too much.
For 11 points of damage as it just slices across your body. And you just hear the rattle as its bones are clinking.
Hypothetical question.
Yeah,
If we leveled up, we didn't get more hit points.
you did.
Oh.
Yeah, so you have your hit points, just no spells or special abilities yet.
So are we leveled up or are we not leveled up?
Well, because you haven't rested. You haven't
Oh.
prayed for your spells. Oh, is Fire Belly your new spell?
Yeah, it's a new spell, but
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, okay. All right, fine.
then it was why we asked.
We know that was a little unclear. That's fine.
So yes, it hits because that makes a difference if I'm alive or not. The hit
Oh,
points.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. That hurt. Ow!
All right, yeah. As Darun cries for aid, Zinnia, we're just going to go around here. You hear him call out to Tommy, and what would you like to do?
Well, I guess now that I heard the screaming, I'll not do what I was going to do and I'll go flying over.
We all thought the screaming was over for the day. I mean, at least you guys healed up. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to remind you.
Yeah.
I will fly to there.
All right, Zinnia, you will zip around and into the room, and you see Darun is standing in front of a newly revealed secret door, on the other side of which looks like an armored figure. Is it your action?
That was it.
All right, Bramble, feeling a bit disappointed that you were not able to open that door, you hear cries for help.
Yes, I will also move towards the chaos.
All right, so we've got basically Bramble running around the corner. Also, again, tight quarters, not a lot of room to move. Darun is bottlenecking the doorway. Is that what you got? Are you going to do anything else? Or was that also a double move for you?
It was a double move, yes.
Okay, Trunk.
Let's see. I would have been standing along this wall. I hear a scream. I see people running into the rooms. Spy that I tell you.
You're sure of it?
I mean, I haven't heard anybody scream skeletons, and if they do, I'll probably just assume skeleton spiders. But I will come to the edge, peer inside.
Yeah, so standing at the door, you really, even there, wouldn't have a clear line of sight, other than probably maybe the flash of the blade, and not a lot of space for you. You could get up there next to Darun. Tommy's standing in the center of this 15 by 15 space, and you're sure he's probably about to leap to action.
I'm comfortable here for the moment.
All right, so you're going to occupy the door. So everybody's in the room now. Trunk is at the door. Tommy, you are adjacent to your friend. You can make out this figure. You probably don't know exactly what you're up against yet.
Sure. Could I draw my bow and take a 5-foot step?
Yes. So you can pull the bow out as your move action, or move equivalent, 5-foot step up.
And then I could still shoot it?
Yeah. So basically you're kind of crowding into the space with the weapon rack there. So you'd be firing over Darun's head. This is still firing in melee. If you don't have precise shot, you would be at -4. And Darun, I'm not going to give, he's not going to get cover for Darun.
Okay. Well, I will, it's kind of my, what I can do, so I'm going to do that.
No, that is absolutely fair.
So that would be a 16.
All right, your shot looks like it splinters off its armor.
Okay.
All right, Darun, Tommy's behind you,
Yep.
backing you up with a bow.
I'm just going
All your friends are nearby.
to breathe fire. So I need you to reflex.
A reflex.
Mm-hmm.
You know these things are reflexive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 13.
Well, no, that's not going to do it. You are going to take some fire damage, my friend.
Bring it on.
2 fire damage.
Okay.
Right in there. Just fills up that whole room because it's a 15-foot cone. So maybe I would imagine that the desk is on fire. It'd be kind of fun.
Sure. Yeah, burning up the...
I am going to take a
Important
5-foot step, which I can.
All right. So you fight. You
And
5
then-
foot step to the side,
mean-
opening up the space in front of the door.
I will also whistle for Corda because she gets a turn too.
Okay.
But she, knowing the things, says, Corda, come over here. And if that's okay, that will be my turn.
All right. So Quarter is now in the center of the room. The space in front of the door is open, and the semi-mindless undead is going to step out of the hall into the room, now adjacent to Tommy and Darun. And Tommy, you're standing there holding your bow, and it looks like this thing is going to try to also stick its sword into you now.
Okay.
Oh, however, it rolls poorly. Apparently, it kind of tripped over getting into the room. That is only going to be an 11.
Yeah,
So
that doesn't get me.
That is a miss. So, but now it is in the room, and it is adjacent to Darun, Corda, and Tommy. It is now Zinnia's turn.
Okay, so clarification. Do we have our new spells or do we not have our new spells?
You've got your new spells. We're just going to do it.
Okay,
You waited long enough.
okay.
'Cause I
Then
don't know when you're going to sleep at this point.
Yeah, right. It's been a long day.
I thought the day was going to be done, but nope.
I will ray of fire at the
Nice. All right. You blasted with some fire?
So it's still I still have to make a ranged touch.
Yeah.
So 19.
That is a definitely hit.
Okay, and then 3.
3 fire, so it's now taking 5 fire damage. Bramble, what would you like to do?
I will start performing. I will do Inspire Courage.
All right. Inspirational tunes fill the room, giving you all +1 hit, +1 to damage, and +1 to will saves against fear.
Yep.
Excellent. Trunk. The chaos has ensued. What do you want to do? Obviously, no place to step in. Although you do have a spear, you could.
I was gonna say I see a spot to step in.
I mean, yeah, you actually really, if you wanted to, you could step behind Tommy and spear past him.
I broke my spear in the last fight because I had no space. So I don't have that.
Okay. So you went from a long spear to just a regular short spear. Is that what you're imagining?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
So I'll just stand in the corner and provide moral support.
All right, Tommy.
Because to clarify, like, we have access to the new spells we've learned, but we haven't replenished our how many we can cast in a
Yeah,
day.
I've not added more spell slots.
'Kay.
Or personally, but
Oh, right, because you were out. I
but
gotcha.
still cantrips.
yeah.
It's cute, you think.
You think
clerics
that we
can
have
offensive
awesome
cantrips.
Corsons. That's
or even
really
useful
nice.
cantrips.
Yeah. I think the only thing
I
that
could
I have
spend
is
10 minutes mending my spear. That's the most effective cantrip I have right now.
Okay.
Or
Should
that
get
is
on
on
that.
the list.
It's good to know you have mending, though. All right, so you provide some inspiration from the corner. We've got Bramble and Trunk going rah rah. Tommy, this thing looks dangerous.
Okay. Well, I will drop my bow because it seems like not the weapon for this event. And then I'm standing in a rack of weapons or by a rack of weapons, right?
There are a couple old spears and a tarnished longsword.
Okay. I will just grab one of them and stab it.
One of the spears.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, I like it.
Oh, did you see that 19 that showed
Yeah,
up?
that
And
happened
then
to
it
you
was
last
like a
time, too.
1.
You rolled a 91?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah.
grab the spear off the rack. So that is actually a potential fumble.
Sure.
So I make another roll, like another attack
Please
roll.
don't roll another one.
That is is it like an attack roll?
It basically make an attack roll, yeah.
Oh, then it is 15.
Okay, so that is a that is a fumble. All right, neat. What was the roll? What was the roll on your die?
10.
Okay, 10.
You had the one from her.
Oh, so that
Inspiration?
was
No.
yeah. I didn't add the one from the Inspire Courage, so that would have been a 16.
Well, see, I had a momentary lapse of confusion because I'm using an alternate fumble system for this game versus the one I used in our other Pathfinder game. So here you actually roll, you add your CMB, and you basically have to beat a 9, which you did. So while you don't fumble,
Mm-hmm.
the ancient weakened spear breaks in your hand.
Oh,
Like you hit it. Basically, you run it into its armor, and it just like snaps. It was brittle.
okay.
All right. But we are all good here. Daroon.
I will once again. You know what? I'm feeling lucky with the hammer. Yeah, there's something just telling me about this hammer. I should lay down the law. That is that's some points.
That is some points.
Yeah, 21.
That is in fact
Some points, right?
That is some points. That will be a
I
hit.
knew it. Oh, full damage. That's 11 points of damage.
11 bludgeoning damage, right?
Bludgeoning.
Nice.
Bludgeoning.
Very nice.
Bludgeoning.
That's nice.
I
All right, so
know.
you crack the skeleton over on the shoulder. You hear some bone splintering. One of its ribs kind of like protrudes out, and it looks like you just did some payback.
It's hard not to meta this when you're a necromancer in another game.
Fair enough. Yeah, you did some really solid damage there.
Can Corda go or?
Yes, quarter.
I don't want to take it out of turn. I just don't know what
So
initiatives.
you
turn
need to
we're
make your
doing.
handle animal to make it attack the skeletal creature.
Yeah, it's even better now. I up the ante. That's a 20, sorry.
20. That's perfect. That's what
Yep.
you need. So quarter leaps to the attack to take a bite out of the skeleton.
As she would. I don't think that's going to hit poor Corda. No, that's only a 8.
That is not going to hit. So the creature is going to turn and it's obviously no really facing in here, but it is going to swivel at that impact, somehow dimly recognizing you as the bigger threat at the moment with that weapon, and is going to try to do what it did before. That's going to be a 17.
That is my AC.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, max damage again. Another 11 damage.
As I fall to my knees and fall down.
All right. So yeah, the sword kind of goes through your shoulder and out the back. Pain erupts in your eyes, and it goes to black as you drop to the ground. Well, what is your negative?
So it'd be my con
What negative damage are you?
-1.
Okay. So you can actually make a fort save right now.
Okay.
DC 11.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Fort got a pretty good fort too. It's a 18.
Okay. So you are helpless, but you are actually conscious.
Okay.
That is another one of these little alternate things. It doesn't give you a lot. You have some limited options to do. You can crawl away.
Okay.
But if you do, you don't get to make a stabilize.
Sure.
And you can basically weakly say things, but you can't really take an action or cast spells or try to heal yourself.
I can't stabilize myself.
No.
Like cast stabilize.
No.
Okay.
So it is marginally better than not being able to call for help. Well, You're basically able to say medic.
Can I eat something?
No.
Boy. A man can crawl, but he can't eat a berry.
Well, I probably wouldn't be thinking about eating a berry if I had a sword stuck in me.
If it gave me some healing, I would, yes. Okay, well, I'm down, so unless I can crawl away this turn, we're good.
Yeah. All right. Zinnia. Your friend is down.
Well, I will. I'm gonna fly over to Daerun, and I will use one of my fairy dusts to stabilize.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, you cast Stabilize on Daerun. That is perfect. All right, so Daerun is no longer imminently dying.
Thank you.
Still hopeless and laying there.
Sorry,
So
that's
hopeless. No, I'd rather
that's
be hopeless
all I
staying
can
there and
do.
bleeding. I'd rather be just hopeless and staying there.
yeah.
All right, Bramble.
I continue to sing my little song, and then I pull out my sling and try to hit this skeleton.
All right, nice.
I think you should say it's a mighty song.
Mighty song.
My
Not
mighty
little,
song,
yeah,
not my
mighty,
little
yeah.
song.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you whip your sling at it.
Yeah, that is that's a 7
All right,
or an 8. Sorry.
Your
That's a 9.
Your sling stone clatters around the room dangerously, but not hitting your foe. Trunk.
Well, I guess I will just kind of move through Corda
Okay,
and then stand on top of Daerun's fallen form
gotcha.
to distract our skeletal friend.
That's a view.
And I'll squat down on Daerun,
Oh.
put my hand on him, and I will.
I can't get an attack of opportunity with a quick dagger.
Do you want help or not?
I don't know if I want it this badly.
Well, too bad.
It was the squatting that was not necessary.
I am tall, you are tiny, and on the ground. Quit complaining.
So since it has become clear you intend to cast a spell.
Nope.
No.
I don't have any spells to cast.
Oh, right, you don't.
But my glowing scars can rebuke death and give 1d4 plus 1 hit point to a creature who is at 0 or below.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Ain't it?
He's the healer.
Yeah. Is that like a supernatural ability?
It's just one of your.
It is rebuke death.
It's one of your class. It's a
my-
class feature.
Yeah, class domain feature thing.
Okay.
The description is I just have to touch.
Oh, thank you. Now the squatting makes more sense.
Well, sorry. So we're not gonna fuss about it right now. I need
wondering
to
if
find
it
out if
provokes
that
or not.
would provoke, but
Sure.
I'm gonna just assume that
If it wants to attack me, it can attack me.
well,
My understanding is it's effectively like a paladin touch.
Yeah.
I
What
just
do you do
touch.
with lay hands when someone lays hands like in that case next to someone? What is that?
I would have to look it up, and I'm not going
Yeah.
to. So I'm gonna assume right now it does not provoke. So you rebuke some death and give him back 1d.
Okay, so with my trait, that is going to be a total of 7 hit points.
Feels so good.
Oh, Daerun, you're still laying on your back, feeling at least a little better.
Yes.
And Tommy.
Looking up at my loincloth
I
form.
don't care. That's the most beautiful sight I've seen.
I'll attempt to punch him.
Okay.
19.
You know, I really wanted you to just like go through the rack and just keep grabbing weapons and breaking them on him.
We're used to that.
A 19 does not hit, or at least not
Jeez.
penetrate. So clinking off the armor. All right, Daerun.
I'm sorry, that's 20.
Still does not.
21 with her Inspire Courage.
Oh my gosh.
Just
What is
keep on
this?
it.
Can I buy a vowel?
No, it's
This
plus
the
6 'cause
stacking
we
stuff
leveled
in
up.
Pathfinder can be really
And then,
brutal.
so it is 21.
And that's how they find out what the AC is. Okay, and 21 does in fact hit.
Oh, good.
Yes. Aha.
That's how they find out. Wow, that's a really high AC.
It is.
It's 7 points of bludgeoning damage or
And
crushing damage.
crushing damage. Well, 7 points exceeds the 6 remaining. So with a mighty uppercut again, you separate its skull from its spine,
Wow.
sending it clattering back into the hall as the remainder of the skeleton disassembles in front of you in a pile of armor and weapons and bones.
So I would like to crack my knuckles
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to stab Tommy before he says whatever he's going to say. I can just see the NCIS like glasses coming on and the pun about to happen.
No, I just crack my knuckles. Maybe flex.
Then
a
like
bit.
maybe like oh boy, he lost his head. This,
I
Keep your
stab
head in these
Daerun.
types of situations.
gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, if you had sunglasses right then, that'd be where they dramatically put them on.
Tommy's going to get us a pair of sunglasses
So,
before the end of this.
Gonna get a little help up.
Yeah, I'll help up, Dayroom.
Thank you. Thank you. All of you who helped. That was very nice of you. He was one tough bag of bones.
He was. I was really thinking you guys were just going to not open that door.
Yeah, who wouldn't see something on a map that was completely secret doors? No one likes to know what's behind secret doors. What is behind the secret door? I will then, not learning from my lesson, walk through the secret door.
Okay. Well, in the space beyond, it looks like it's like a small prison. There are 4 clearly their cells with little stone beds. 2 of them are occupied with very mummified remains of some dwarven prisoners. There is a desk slightly charred, and hanging by the desk is a ring of large brass keys.
I will take the keys. Well, I would like to look at this armor on this gentleman.
Oh, this from the skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is very. Oh, it is your size though, right? Yeah.
Oh yes, it is my size.
That is your size. It is heavy armor.
Mm.
It is the 6 armor.
The 6 armor.
I suddenly don't see
field plate or no,
Uh,
field plate's +7. It's a breastplate.
it might be a breastplate.
Well, that's medium. It's a breastplate.
Okay, we'll have to look up the armor.
It'll make a difference in my world.
Okay,
Medium versus heavy. So
I think a 6 is-
we'll
Okay, we will
don't worry
find
about that.
the armor. It is
Sure.
heavy armor. It is not magical, but there is he is using a actually really good quality masterwork longsword.
Oh, okay. I found some stuff. I found a nice longsword I don't use. I also found some keys. Bramble, I'll toss them over to Bramble.
Thank you.
There's no guarantee that, but if there's going to be keys hanging somewhere, I don't know if they're for here and there or not. Oh, actually, I probably should grab and see if the keys are open to get into the actual cells. I'll open them, then throw it to her.
Okay, they do. One of the keys opens all of the cells.
Okay, then I'll give Bramble the rest of them. Anybody want a longsword, or is this to put in our cache?
I can't use it.
I'm good.
Okay,
I
then
think
we'll
that's
just
a no.
add it to our value, maybe. Yeah.
Along with that light crossbow.
Oh, yeah, you got a light crossbow. I've got some magic crossbow bolts. If anybody wants them, I'd.
Guess somebody will have to spellcraft those.
I'll spellcraft those.
Okay,
Oh yeah, I spellcrafted the heck out of those.
very nice. They are.
You don't even want my number?
I would love your number.
22.
Oh, you did. Those are really good. They are flaming crossbow bolts.
These are flaming crossbow bolts.
They are +1 flaming bolts.
+1 flaming bolts.
Yeah, very respectable.
Very respectable.
Is that like the brand?
This room is very echoey. The reverb. Do you notice that? I would like to go look at the zombies. I would like to look at the mummified corpses and see if perhaps how they died of starvation or.
I'd like to look at the desk.
Okay. You think they probably did. I mean, it's hard to tell. They are very withered, but they clearly died in here from some neglect.
Is there anything on them that would show that they belong to a certain clan or?
No, they're really just wearing some, faded, simple, like workman's type cloaks, or not cloaks, like clothing, like really plain stuff. So, I mean, they could have just been monks here. You're not sure why they would be in here. But assuming that you do a kind of a cursory glance at them, one of them is wearing a nice ring, though.
I will detect magic.
It does, in fact, detect magic.
I will take the ring off the finger.
All right. The finger kind of snaps off as you remove it. I have presented a picture of the ring.
And then I'd like to do a simple dwarven, vague prayer.
A vague prayer.
Well, I don't know what religion, but I'm sure the dwarves have some kind of, may you find jewels and rocks on the other side.
Sorry you died alone in the cell. All right.
Can I have your ring?
No.
Oh, no. Not again. Where was that in chat? You put that ring?
I did a show to players, so it should have popped up.
It did not.
I did not see it.
I click show to players again.
There it is.
Huh. Okay. There you go.
Okay. So, Bramble, should we go take a look at that door?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Then while everybody collects stuff and kind of gets settled in.
He's looking at the drawer there.
Oh, yeah, you were looking at the little desk. The desk actually really has nothing in it there. You think that it might have, once had, there's an empty wine bottle in there and like an old, slightly rusted canteen. And there are some freshly burnt residue from some papers that apparently were just recently singed away. But nothing else of interest to indicate what transpired here.
Okay. Well, then I will go back to the door.
The big door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it sounds like everybody's gathered there as Bramble's going through the list of keys, and the large brass key, in fact, opens the lock.
Woo!
And are you going to swing that door open?
Yes.
All right. You do so, revealing as the doors are still extremely well crafted and swing almost silently open, revealing stairs leading down into the dark.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And you guys are going to have to decide what you want to do about those stairs next time.
Okay.
Fun. Not at all terrifying.
You were really just hoping for a broom closet, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
yes.
treasure closet.
Yeah, it's just like
treasure
full of like hanging robes, full just made out of gold and
Yeah.
silk and mithril. Oh, just mithril as far as the eye can see.
Well, maybe it's a really large underground treasure closet.
Oh yes, well, if you created it, it's large. That dungeon will go on for days.
I'm worried it's more like a cult setup with
Yeah,
sigils.
It
and
seems like the kobolds, if it goes down, or they would know.
Well, I mean, the hole that Girdlekeep went into went down.
Right. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
yeah. So,
They would know if this went down too. You said the stairs went down.
I mean, you could possibly deduce that that is where all the kobolds are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks, guys. We went a little long, and we'll,
Next time.
next time.
Check you later.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show and want more, please leave us a rating and review on whichever platform you use. And of course, feel free to share us on social media. We'll be back next week with more adventures in the world of Tellus. To tide you over, you can read more about the cast, characters, and the world of Tellus at adventuresedgerpg.com. And if you're going out on your own adventure, remember, true heroes know when to call it a day. There's always a deeper dungeon waiting in the future. Stay safe out there.